Here at Kauffman Stadium, the Kansas City Royals played host to the NL Central leading Milwaukee Brewers. The Royals sent out their right-hander Jesse Hahn, making his 24th start of the year. He's 10-6 with a 3.24 ERA so far in 2019. And in the top half of the second, Travis Shaw is going against the shift down the left field line. It's going to pick up an easy double for the mayor of Ding Dong City. So he's on second with 1 out. Keon Broxton then grounds out to second base, allows Shaw to move up, but it's 2 down now with Shaw on third. And Arcia takes a pitch right to the shoulder, so now it's 2 outs, runners on the corners, and Manny Pena gets some good wood on one, but it's going to die out in center field as Jankowski puts it away for out number 3. Zach Davies, the right-hander on the hill for the Brewers, making the 24th start of his season. And in the bottom half of the second, Tommy Joseph is going up the middle for a base knock. Usually not his thing, but he'll take the single. Next batter up is Hunter Dozier, who grounds one over to shortstop, steps in the bag himself, fires over to first, and there's 2 outs in the inning just like that. But Whit Merrifield, nice piece of 2-out hitting, goes right back up the middle for a base knock. He's on first and he's got speed, so he proceeds to use that speed and gets his fleet feet into second base with the stolen base. So he's in scoring position, then Cheslor Cuthbert gets one into the outfield grass. It's going to be an RBI single for Cuthbert, and the Royals take a 1-0 lead. Later in the inning, there was runners on the corners with 2 outs, but Ramon Torres could not get the job done as he lofts one out to shortstop for the 3rd out. Move things onto the top half of the 3rd, where Jonathan Villar has a bunt that gets down, and Audrey Perez could not throw him out, so it's a bunt single. And then Lorenzo Cain grounds out to first, Dozier fields, steps in the bag, runner moves up to second. And then Christian Yelich, ground ball. Dozier once again steps in the bag, VR on third. But then Domingo Santana grounds out for the final out, so it's still a 1-0 Royals lead as Hahn gets out of the jam. Now on to the bottom half of the 3rd, where Travis Jankowski is going to single into right field, and he's got speed, so he goes and swipes his 27th bag of the season, leads the Royals in stolen bases. Then with 2 outs, Tommy Joseph, a little bit more of his style, going in the right center field gap for a 2-bagger, gets into second base with an RBI double. It's now a 2-0 Kansas City lead. Top half of the 6th now, Christian Yelich draws himself a walk with 1 out. And then Domingo Santana would come to the plate. A ball would get away from Perez, so Yelich moves up. Santana then grounds out to shortstop. Torres makes the backhanded stop and then fires over for the 2nd out, and then Ryan Braun goes down looking, so Yelich is stranded at second base. On to the top half of the 8th now, where Jeremy Jeffress comes on against his former team, 4th appearance of the 2019 season, as Manny Pena is going to hit a ball over the head of Cuthbert down the left field line for a double. He's on second with nobody out. Jonathan Villar then lays down a beautiful sac bunt. Cuthbert does make the nice play to get him over at first, and then Lorenzo Cain strikes out. So with 2 outs, runner on third, Christian Yelich hits one over to third base, and Cuthbert hits it with the Olay, gets under his glove, and the run comes in. It's now a 1-run game, 2-1. Domingo Santana then hit a line drive right at Jorge Bonifacio for the 3rd out. Boone Logan, the 2018 NL reliever of the year, on for the Brewers in the bottom of the 8th. And Jorge Soler connects on a pitch, sends it to deep center field, but Lorenzo Cain makes the catch as he runs into the wall. Take another look at that one. He's used to that center field against his former team and makes the catch. Later in the inning, it's 1 out, runners on first and second, and Hunter Dozier grounds into an inning-ending double play. So it's still a 2-1 ball game as Kelvin Herrera comes on for the top of the 9th, strikes out Braun for the 3rd time in this game. That's the golden sombrero. And then Travis Shaw suffers the same fate, 99 up and in right by him. Herrera tries the same thing to Broxton. He actually gets his bat on it, but it's just a weak pop-up to Dozier at first, so it's a 1-2-3 inning as Kelvin Herrera picks up the save, and the Royals get the win over the Milwaukee Brewers, as the Royals are now back at 500 on the season at 60-60, and the Brewers drop to 71-49. Jesse Hahn was player of the game. He went 6 innings strong, struck out 6, only gave up 2 hits. Tommy Joseph was 3 for 3 on the day. He had 2 singles and then also an RBI double. The majority of the offense came from his bat. Jesse Hahn gets his 11th win. Herrera his 35th save. Davies gets the loss. And with that being said, that's going to wrap things up here for this edition of Kansas City Royals Baseball. I've been your host, Jersey Born, and I'm saying goodbye.